Okay, the only thing we have on our agenda tonight is review of project bids. Did you happen to get over there and look at them, Tom?
I did a little bit. I drove around a little bit. Every time I got over there was sports events going on, so it was hard to see.
Okay, option one, I believe, is at Fox River. That's the concrete and the asphalt.
Right. I passed these out, I just went through all the bids and pulled out the two that were. At Fox River, yeah, the total from Pave Tech to do 1, 3, and 4 is 31,340. And talking with Chris, we had said that the board wasn't real thoughtful about doing the basketball one.
We're gonna put that off to recreational committee.
Right.
Okay. Well, that's fine, but I mean, as far as, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, we probably wanna do it together, but
It'll come out of their budget.
it'll come out of recreation budget, and we need to have a meeting to do that.
Okay. Well, then that changes things a little bit.
Okay.
In the fact that Pave Tech said that if we did 2, 3, and 4, there would be a deduction because they would take the grinding from the basketball court and use it as fill on either one of the two option three, either 3 or 4.
Yeah.
So that would save some trucking cost and material cost. So we, when that's decided, we'll have to go back then, and that'll change their bid somewhat.
So it'll be lower.
It would be lower,
Lower
right?
than
It would
the
be
20
lower than the 28.7,
28.7.
yeah. I mean, it would, let me rephrase, it would be more because I didn't include that 10,000 for the basketball. I just did 1, 3, and 4 in that 30, or that 28,000 total.
So there,
Oh, I'm lost now.
Okay, if you take option 1,
Right,
option 3,
right.
and option 4 gives you the total of 28.7. Okay. Now, if you're thinking that you would like to do the basketball court, only the money coming out of a different budget,
Right.
you'd have to add that 10 to this, but then from that total, there would be a
Yeah.
deduction.
Do we know about how much?
Uh,
Couple thou maybe?
Yeah, I think he said like $2,300.
and this is a local company?
That's Pave Tech.
Pave Tech.
Yep. Which he was on our committee for a while when we looked at Fox River, I believe.
Right. If basketball court, parking area, and asphalt path are all done, deduct $2,300 from the total sum.
This may, oh, sorry,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
this may have come up last time and I just don't remember. Was there a reason Pave Tech wasn't on the Evergreen? There wasn't a quote for them?
The Pave Tech does not bid on seal coating.
Okay,
That was the difference there, why there wasn't a bid from them on Evergreen.
okay.
So,
They actually turned their seal coating over to,
Another company.
I forget the company's name, but yeah, he was one of the higher ones on the seal coating.
Super Sealer.
Okay.
No, not Super Sealer,
Blocky.
Asphalt Services.
Alright, yeah, I noticed Pave Tech and asphalt contractors were close.
Right.
And didn't, okay.
Right.
so I conclude then that we're somewhere around 37 thou for everything,
For everything, right,
roughly.
right.
Okay.
What's your pleasure on that one, Tom? Go ahead with 1, 3, and 4 out of our budget, or?
To complicate things, well, not to complicate things,
Okay.
but I know that the total amount we have available for these special products or projects isn't enough for everything we want. So how does that work with, we go first in the order of meetings, so we get to decide type of thing, or how does that work with
Yes.
superseding, what's available for the tech committee?
Right. I think there's 134.
Yeah, it's
Right.
134.51.
Sure. With the tablet initiative, should that tech committee choose to approve that, we'll probably have to earmark that in the fund balance at the end of the year, because
Okay.
for auditing purposes, the tablets aren't gonna get here in time.
Okay.
So that would roll into next year's budget, but like I said, we can earmark that in the fund balance. The other two items we can take care of, this fiscal year yet.
Okay, that's why I just wanted to.
It's a great
Bring
question.
it up.
No, it's an awesome question. But that being said, we have to stick to that 134.
Right.
So,
Okay.
So that would be, option one was, like I said, by the parking area on the side there where the buses pull. Option three is the, adding the rear parking,
Correct.
which I still think maybe we can talk to, the chamber and see if we can get a little bit from them, since they'll be using it for,
The
Balloon Fest. And the last one is the pathway, which goes from the school right around the side there.
Right.
Mrs. Markle wanted.
Yes, and I could see, looking at it, I could see that. You wanna make a motion on that, or?
Excuse me,
Yes.
before you do, is there
Sure.
any wisdom in delaying any of this?
It'll just be more next year, that's all. If you look at the, the overhang there, it is sinking down quite a bit. That almost, I would say,
Right, and that, in why we went, or why we decided to go with concrete, was the simple fact that that area, to do it in blacktop, would be mostly handwork, because they can't get a machine in. So the labor cost would be so much higher, the material cost not as much because of the blacktop, but you take that labor cost, you can put it in a concrete, which then becomes forever. Plus, it's easier for them to form in a slope for a ramp coming out of those cafeteria doors, and the kids coming and getting off of the buses. So concrete seemed to be a better option at this point, just because of those two reasons.
Certainly we need the bus space.
in the back there, especially after this winter with the snow,
Right.
they were pretty close to
Oh, yeah.
running a double line. The pathway, it would be nice, and if we had to, we could, wait on that, but I know Mrs. Markle expressed their interest in that quite a
She's
bit.
brought it up a few times, from what I recall.
Thank you. You wanna make a motion on that at all, or?
So now do we motion to send it to the full
Yes,
board?
for an action item.
Okay, then I make a motion to send it to the full board?
Okay,
So at this point, 1, 3, and 4?
yep. I'll second that. So, all in favor, since two us aye.
Aye.